Hi all, this is Solo, and in this video today, what we're going to do, I've made absolutely loads of videos how good Digimon Story Strangers is, and it is my game of the year by far, no questions asked. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm actually going to go over the things that I think could be improved or are just straight up bad, because even though the game is my game of the year and it is probably the best Digimon game or Digimon Story game I've played, especially in recent years, definitely the modern era. I am going to go over some of the things I think that could be improved, and maybe they improve it on the next Digimon game when they release it, hopefully in the years to come, right? So what we're going to go over, let's go over first. Let's just get this one out of the way. So I thought the personality types were amazing, right? The different personality types are really just amazing on how they developed it. I do think they could have explained it a bit better, because I actually had to go and make a video on how to actually get your Digimon personality types and how to use them, how to get them, how to get specific personality types and what they actually do. So, as you know, in personality types, every personality has 4 subcategories, and for example, if you have understanding, like this one is now, you have enlightened, sly, astute, and strategic. But in them 4 categories, there are actually personality skills in each category, and there's at least 2 in each category, and it doesn't explain that very well to you in the game. Obviously, you can look this stuff up. I have done videos of it. You go on my channel. I'll put a link in the video description below going over all the understand of the Digimon personality types. But the problem I have is that if you're a new player and you're like, okay, I want to get a critical damage bonus, like for example, Enlightened, this one has Haymaker, which gives you 20% critical damage bonus. If I want that, how do I get that? Right? And you can't really, there's no real option to sort of go over it and see which personality skills you get for each sort of personality trait or personality type. So I think that could have been improved or explained just a bit better, based on if you're a new player, you won't have any idea at all how to do that, right? So I think that definitely could have been explained a bit more. My next one has got to be, so the agent skills, right? The agent skills are good. I do like this skill tree. It is nice. They do get you to progress, and it definitely makes you progress more because you see a tree and you know you can unlock this, and this if you upgrade your personality or agent skills. Sorry, unlock your agent skills to get this Digivolution of Valor, for example. I do think they're something that you must have, because if you do not have these, like boost SPI of Brave, Dealius, Daring, and Reckless Digimon by 30%, these things are incredibly potent, incredibly important to your build, and it will make you de-digivolve and digivolve incredibly quicker, a lot quicker than you would if you don't have them. And they go over at the start of the game, but they don't really go into detail of how important these boosts are for your passives and stuff like that. I really think this is sort of a missed opportunity. They could have expressed a bit more involvement in the agent skills, just to improve your understanding of how important these are when you're digivolving and digivolving, especially if you want to get all the Digimon unlocked. Having Digivolution of Valor or Digivolution of Philanthropy, or Bonds, or any of them, right? They are really important. Like Body Boost Rookie gives you SP boost and all stats boost by 20. A rookie rank, that's actually really big for your Digivolution next turn. That gives you less grind, basically, right? And when you digivolve, you have more stats. So it's really important to get this sort of stuff. And obviously, as you go through, it says unlock wisdom-based bonds with your Digimon, allowing you to enhance all the Digimon with certain attributes or personalities. Cross arts in this game, I feel, are another thing we need to talk about. So cross arts in this game are actually kind of bad, right? Because you're pretty much locked into certain cross arts. At the start, you do like, you know, the burst at the start. That's just like your starter one. But as soon as you unlock stuff like Aura, which basically applies stats anomaly immunity and stats debuff immunity, and gradually moderately recovers your HP for all your entire team. Or you get revive, which revives and all allies. By the way, it revives all allies and recovers them from KO status. And it applies guts as well. So when you take fatal damage, you supply 1 HP. I feel like stuff like this is so strong that doing any sort of damage stuff is just useless, right? Just because you're just going to use these two and just overtune your Digimon, right? That is basically what you're going to do. So I feel like they could have definitely done some better things with the cross arts. Because I think they just nullified basically most of their cross arts because Revive and Aura are just so strong. That's my personal preference. Card games. So the card games in Digimon Storytime Strangers, this is another thing I need to touch up on. I feel that this is a massive missed opportunity in the sense that you play a few card games, right? And you go around and you unlock all these cool cards. And most of them are obviously in the game, or all of them are in the game. But there's no real in-depth strategy in terms of the card games. The card game of Digimon Storytime Strangers in this game, I need to get some more cards. It's just very basic. You're not really. It's basically like an auto battler, which you just have the two of the same class Digimon or cards or such, and then they sort of give you another card. But apart from that, there's no real strategic depth to the game. There's no real volume or influence to the card. There's no impact on doing the cards or not doing the cards. She looks way too skinny. Her model's way too skinny on the cards. And yeah, she just. The card game has zero impact to me when I was playing the game. Literally zero impact, and it's really disappointing because I think they could have definitely made this into something. They could have made this into something really cool. And if you made this into something really good, in terms of, look at this card, dude. Jesus Christ. If you made this card game into something really good, I think that would just added an extra layer of awesomeness to the game. And I think that's just a missed opportunity by the devs. I know they're probably rushed for time, especially going over the latest development talk with the devs. I think they probably rushed for time, so they probably didn't have loads of time to. Oh, hello. Loads of time to. She's actually not that bad as a card, but her actual Digimon itself isn't that good. But. What was I talking about? Yeah. So yeah, the cards just weren't that in depth. Like, the card game could have been better. So costumes in this game. Costumes in this game, there are lots. You do get a lot of free costumes. I think that is extremely good. The only disappointing thing is they have stuff like Tekken, right, in the game, which I think was awesome. Tekken t-shirts and stuff like that from other franchises. Here we go. A Tekken t-shirt here, Tekken t-shirt here. Got Tekken 8 on the back there. I think that's really cool. I just don't think they added enough complexity and diversity in terms of the shirts. We got these ones here, which are really cool. I got these from the pre-order bonus. But they could have had more Digimon style costumes, not just t-shirts with pictures on, right? I think they could have definitely made the costumes a bit more diverse in the sense that, you know, it's not just the paid DLC, you get the best costume, right? That's how, in my opinion, is. Another thing they don't really tell you in terms of the negatives is the field guide. So the field guide is much more than just a collection like a Digivice. It's like the Pokedex in a sense, but it's more like a Pokedex on steroids in a sense. How I mean by that is, if you go on a Digimon in this field guide, you select the Digimon and be like, okay, I like this Digimon. How do I get this Digimon? So if you scroll across, it actually goes down to Digivolution and Digivolution. And if you click on the Digivolution, it will then take you to the Digivolution. But then you can then change it, and you can actually find exactly what Digimon or Digivolution or Digivolution, so what Digimon you want before or after your Digivolution, to then find out how to get that Digimon. So if you don't actually have that Digimon unlocked, but you've seen the Digimon, you can click on the Digimon and like, how do I get this Digimon? And you can go over and you can actually find it by doing the Digivolution and Digivolution. I actually done a video on this as well. But you can basically go over and it'll tell you exactly what Digimon you need to get that Digimon. And you can go all the way back to literally rookie or pre-rookie Digivolutions to find exactly how to get this Digimon without even actually knowing how to get it. It sort of automatically tells you. They go over the field guide at the start of the game, but they don't go over it in so much depth that this is probably one of the most important things in the game of how to find all the Digimon in the game, just by going over the field guide. If you've seen the Digimon in the field guide, then I think it's extremely important to go over to the field guide or explain that you should go over to the field guide and then look it up to then find out how to get that Digimon through the Digivolution line, right? So that's another negative. I don't really express it enough, in my opinion. So the missions. There are a lot of side missions, and I think that's absolutely amazing. It's a lot of normal missions as well, and I think the side missions are actually sometimes more rewarding than the actual main mission. And I think they could have definitely like doubled down on that. I know they're going to bring out DLC. I know they're going to bring out a couple of DLCs, and it's going to improve on that. And I think in terms of the side missions, most of them were okay. But there were some really cool ones, like the Olympias 12 like matches and stuff. I honestly think them ones are really, really cool. And they could have emphasized on that. And there's also one that when you go around and get Digi Eggs, and then you get like the Digi Egg, and then give it to the... is it Pegasusmon? I can't remember in the city. Can't remember off the top of my head. But you give it to him, and then he gives you the Digivolution line Digimon. You actually get that Digimon straight away. I think that was an extremely good side quest. They should have had more of them in the game, in my personal opinion. What else we got here? So in terms of everything else, right? So load enchantments. These obviously you sacrifice your Digimon for EXP. I think that was okay, give or take, but the one thing I do want to emphasize on, which I don't think was that good, what I could improve on a lot, is the Digifarm. So in terms of the Digifarm, if you did not buy the DLC, I do wonder if this was a push to get you to buy the DLC. Basically, with the Digimon and the Digifarm, you interact with Digifarm, select the Digimon, go on training, go on... For example, you now do a train... A, B, or C, depending on what train and gear you have, but it depends. It increases the length. So if I want to increase, if I've got money, I can instantly do it, right? But if I don't have money, for example, this is 15 minutes, this is 30 minutes, and I think it's one that's 45 minutes, right? Why is this in the game? Okay, why am I waiting 45 minutes when I can just pay money and instantly get it, right? This is a conspiracy theory by me, but I just think they pushed this on purpose to try and get you to buy the DLC, which was like $7-8, and you basically get infinity money, infinity XP, because when you get the DLC, you basically go in this little area, you fight these Digimon, they give you a item, and that item can give you like a crazy amount of XP that makes the Digifarm irrelevant. And for people who don't have the DLC or don't want to buy the DLC, why couldn't they, when you go on complete training, why is it only one time? Why do I have to do this constantly every single time? Right? If I want to do this again, I just do this again and again and again and again. I have to keep tapping A over and over, or the controller or whatever, the keyboard. Why can't I just do this? Why can't I select this, then go, how long or how many times do you want to do this training, right? And then go on, I want to do this 10 times, and then it just costs me 10 times the amount, but I do 10 training in one. So when I say training complete, it says training times 10, for example. Oh, now your HP is, 9,606 to maximum value, whatever the times 10 is, whatever I've done, right? So I really feel that is this could be done by the team trying to make money to get you to buy the DLC. But I honestly think that Digifarm could have just done it even for free to people who ain't going to buy the DLC. They could have just done it so you can like times it by 10, spend 10 times the amount of money, or 10 times the times, and just do it like that instead of. But my conspiracy theory, me in the back of my head, is telling me that they basically just want you to buy the DLC. That's why they probably put a time limit on it to time gate you, to basically be like, it's a pain in the ass, I'm just going to pay £8 for DLC. So that's another thing I dislike about this. Outer Dungeons. I actually really, really like these, and obviously these are DLC, Hall of XP, Hall of Gold, Hall of Materials. These are DLC. But I really like these Outer Dungeons, and there wasn't enough of them. That is my gripe. There wasn't enough of them. There's 4 of each. So you got Survive to the End, you got Speed to Victory, you got Attack, Time Attack, Boss Battle, you have got Protect a Giant Digimeat, you got Fight the Ultimate Digimon, Battle, and then you got the Ultimate Battles as well. Once you get down there. There's only about 15 of these. Obviously, you're going to add more of a DLC, but realistically, they could have added another 10 more minimum easily. And I think these cool little side quests, Outer Dungeon side quests that you find around the world of Digimon Story Strangers, is something that's absolutely peak. It makes the game just better. The more of these will not make the game worse. More of these would only make the game better, right? And especially if you've got the ultimate battles as well, which you don't find in the actual story mode. This is just for the Outer Dungeons only. I think that's just something that just makes the game cool. It just makes the game good. And I think they should have just added more, right? And yeah, this is basically my video, just going over what I think they should have added or should have made better to the game, or what they a missed opportunity as well, for some of them as well. And honestly, I think the game is still freaking amazing. I think the game is still to the point where it's the best Digimon I've ever played, by far. The DNA Digivolutions, it's just cracked. It's just super good. I mean, the art style and the 3D animations of the Digimon, they're just amazing. I mean, every Digimon is on point. Yeah, it's just a really good game, but I think these are the things I think they could have improved on, right? Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Hope this video, you let me know in the comments below if this video you had the sort of similar feelings, or there's things that you would have added on as well. Let me know in the comments below. I do check the comments as well. And this was a really missed out Digimon as well. Monavamon. Honestly, I think she could have been so much better, dude. I really liked her. She was one of my favorite characters, but she didn't hit as hard as some of the other Digimon. But anyway, yeah. Hope you like this video. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.